we have referees. Looked like we were going to start a little bit early, but turns out we'll probably start right on time after this is all said and done. There is a chance you guys might get kicked out of here. Yeah. The turn, like last weekend, there was no one allowed up here at all because there was like some vandalism at one of the tournaments. Like someone, kids, parents, whomever, like broke into the coolers, stole the stuff, and like broke the coolers. Yeah. So last weekend, when the 12s were here, no one was allowed up here, and we had to stream from like down there. So this weekend, they're only allowing the people who are streaming up here. So I'm just saying, if someone comes up here and with like their panties in a bunch, that's why. I'm sorry. Do you not recognize me?
Do you know my name?
Yeah. I'm sorry. Let me get out my ID. Do you know how many White Claws I have purchased from yours?
Because they know me, they probably are like, oh, she is going to get after this stuff. Is there White Claw?
Yeah. I mean, there is for me. So stay, but I'm just saying if someone comes up here all hot and bothered about it, like, just leave. Like, it's fine. No one was even allowed up here last weekend. We had to stream from down there. So if someone comes up and like is like, you're not allowed up here. Yeah, tell them her name and just be like, oh, sorry, I didn't know, and don't fight it.
Just like, I know you're mad. Yeah.
We're just happy to be up here to stream this weekend. So don't ruin it for us. I don't blame you. It's fine. I mean, I don't care. I'm just like, I don't want to get kicked out from streaming up here. All right, everyone. Concluding our warm-up. Storm is playing Chesterfield Lady Falcons. All right. Kansas City Storm versus the Chesterfield Lady Falcons out of the St. Louis area, getting ready to drop the puck on their, Storm's second game of the day. Their first game was played at 2 p.m. Against Madison. Came out really quick and got one past Genevieve early. So we were down pretty early and played the rest of the game that way until late in the third period, where Storm put 2 past Madison's keeper in the same shift. And then Madison came back and tied it up with about 4 minutes or so left in the third, and that game ended at a tie. We have played Chesterfield before. We played them in the Independence Tournament when the semifinal, which ended up in a tie, went to overtime, and then Storm was victorious in a shootout. So this is kind of a good matchup waiting to happen. Chesterfield's in black, Storm is in white, scoring to the right. I'll probably just refer to Chesterfield as black or the Falcons. And Storm is Storm. Tease has it. She's one-on-one with the goalie. Stick handle. Nice pass across. That is unable to connect on it. That goes behind the net. Gabby steps up. We take it around. It's back in the back corner. They flip it around the boards. Tease steps up. She flips it back, and that's going to go behind the goal. We have a forecheck on the other side. Looks like that is Caitlin Wright over there. Falcons lose an edge. Wright's battling with 3 Falcons over in the corner. That one's deflected funny, but we're able to keep it in the offensive zone. Van Bergen's battling. Audrey has done a line change, and she's able to come out. Riley gives chase, and she's going to turn it back around with a full line change. We have Avery on defense with her. Cunningham Monahan out on the ice with Leighton up front. And that goes deep into the corner. Leighton picks it up. That goes center in front of the net, but no one's home. Falcons pick it up. They're going to clear the zone. Avery's going to pick it up on her stick. She's got one Lady Falcon. She decides to go back the other direction. Looks for Van Bergen, but finds Lady Falcons right there. That's going to go back behind the net. Riley's swinging around. She's got company. Falcons disrupt. Avery gets it. She flings it forward. That's probably going to go all the way across the yellow to an icing and a face-off in our defensive zone. Genevieve's in net, will be in net all weekend. So Avery and Grace on defense. Looks like Ross Wood on offense with Tease at center. Tease flips it to the side. It's like Wood flicks it, Larson flips it up in the neutral zone. Falcons have it. They're looking for someone else. They're clearly offsides, but no one wants to call that. Avery steps up and flings it away. Wood picks it up, unable to truly connect on it. Flings it off the boards where the Falcons are there. Avery gets it with her stick, and she's going to give it a go herself. Gets a little bit disrupted, and Falcons put it back in the offensive territory. Pass in front of the net to Larson, who's going to take it up herself. Looking for a pass. She's going to continue to bring it into the zone, deep into the corner. That goes around the back of the net. She's still in possession. She flings it. Ross towards the net, and goalie glove save. Full line change, 9:13 left in the first period. Score is 0-0. We have Wright and Lucy Van Bee, Audrey at faceoff, and looks like Chucky Smith on defense. That one tumbles towards the goalie. She sticks it away. It goes back around the corner. Weird kind of bank off the side. Audrey's there. She's still fighting for it. Falcons are able to get a stick on it. That's going to go to Genevieve, who just lets it go for icing. Smart play by Genevieve, being prepared and then allowing it to go so we can get a face-off in our offensive zone. Audrey on the face-off with Lucy Van Bee and Wright, along with Chucky Smith on defense. Lucy goes into the corner, battling with Falcons, able to get enough to keep it there. It's 2v2 in the corner with Leighton there to help Lucy out. Lucy's still battling. It's down by the feet, gets loose around the yellow. Falcons pick it up. They hit a cross ice pass, and now it's open for anyone to receive it. Kind of a little skate race there. Falcons are able to get in the corner. They look to cross it, but Audrey reads that and picks it up, swings it behind the net, chips it forward to Lucy. Lucy stick handles twice and finds Caitlin over on the other side of the ice, who's now going to battle in the corner. She takes it around. She gets kind of tied up, and the Falcons are in possession. They bank it off the board. Chucky's there. She puts it back. Lucy has it, and she's battling towards the net, gets it towards the net that way. Audrey was there, needs to battle a little bit to help out, and that's chipped off the net, picked off the bench by Monahan, coming off the bench, and is able to keep it in the offensive zone in that direction. Cunningham is also there to battle with Tees at center. We have Gabby and Riley on defense. And we are going to get called for a check, I think, on Cunningham. So first penalty of the game. Everyone's giving her condolences. See you in a minute 30. 7:41 left in the first period. And we have our first penalty of the game with a body check and the Storm on a penalty kill. We have Grace, Avery, Zoe, and Addie out to kill the penalty with Genevieve in net. Falcons win it. They take it backwards. Backhanded pass into the corner. Avery's going to go in to battle for it. She wins that battle and puts it up, but Falcons have it. They skate it towards the middle, shovel it towards the net, but that's going to go behind. And Grace takes it. She gets it to Addie's stick, and Addie's going to take off with some open ice ahead with two Falcons in pursuit. Brings it into the zone, shovels it into the corner. That's going to go slowly behind the Falcons net where they pick it up and put it up against the boards. Storm is there. Zoe Ross is battling in the near boards corner. She comes away with it. Still has some company, and Falcons take it back around, but Tees was able to grab it. That goes to Avery at the point. She puts it towards net. Ooh, that almost snuck past the goalie far blade. That goes wide. Zoe's going to have it again in the boards. Grace is there to help. She puts it towards the net. That's deflected off of a skate, and that they're going to clear it all the way out into the neutral zone to Avery. Avery stick handles a couple of times, looks for a pass, banks it off the boards to Addie Tees. Addie overskates it, but it's still in the neutral zone. Good back check by her to give it another battle. Grace one-times it up to Ross. Ross 2v1 towards the goal. She chips it towards the goal. That was deflected up and over where Falcons take it up into the through the neutral zone. There's 9 seconds left on our penalty kill where Gabby has it, gets tied underneath her skates, but Audrey's there to help out a little bit. Avery steps up. She kicks it with her foot. She kicks it with her foot again. She's just using whatever sport she can in order to keep this puck going. Off her skate again. That gets out of the zone. She keeps battling, able to chip it up and possibly have a good opportunity. Nice pass to the middle to Lucy, who just flings it wide open shot. We have Caitlin battling in the middle. Avery's hustling off for a line change to get our second defenseman out there. Gabby's out there. Audrey's in the middle. She's going to back check. So is Lucy. Great back check to keep that in. And Audrey's right at the line to help her out and also keep it in the zone. Falcons just can't get a good stick on it. Lucy picks it up again. She flings it towards the net, but that goes off of a Lady Falcon. And that's going to come all the way back for icing. Puck goes back into the offensive zone. Everyone's at full strength at 5:23 left in the first. Score is 0-0. All right, puck drop. Riley has it. Good deflection. She puts that towards the net, right to Addie T's stick, who deflects it up. Good heads-up play by Falcon goalie, who's able to be in the right place and cover it. T's on the face-off again. She flicks it back to Riley, who steps up. It's kind of like a stick-on-stick battle. It's stuck underneath everyone's skates, and now against the boards. That comes out to Riley in the neutral zone, where I think Monahan picks it up. Ooh, dangerous shot that kind of rolls up the goalie's stick up and over the net, and that comes over, and Falcons are bringing it into neutral with some speed, but unfortunately overskating their own players. That goes to Genevieve, who easily stops it with her stick and smothers it to stop the play. line change all around. We have, let's see, Ross Wood at the wingers, Leighton at center, and Chucky Smith on D. We have Genevieve in the back. And here we go, Zoe Ross off to the races. It's 3v2 in Storm's, not in Storm's favor. She takes an outside shot, and that's able to be cut off by the Falcon goalie, and we will have a face-off in our offensive zone. Good little breakaway right there. Leighton's face-off goes to Ross over to the boards, and we're able to keep that in. Chucky's able to keep it in. Zoe has it on her stick. That one's snatched away by the Falcons. Leighton comes over to help out, and this is kind of ping-ponging around in the neutral zone. Chucky has it. She steps up. She's the only one there. She puts it up against the boards. That's out of the zone and clearly offsides. Like, that's crazy. This guy's missed like 2 to 3 offsides already. Let's see. So we have Ross and Wood out there. Ross has it. She's taking it around the near boards in the neutral zone. Enters the offensive zone. She's still shoveling it on her stick. Puts it against the goalie's pads. It's loose for anyone. Lots of sticks, lots of lumber. That one shoots out to the side. And Falcons pick it up with some speed, but it's like a 3v2. They're coming towards our net. Probably going to get an opportunity. They do. It's padded wide with a blocker by Genevieve. Really easy save for her. And that's knocked off the boards by Caitlin. Caitlin tries to find Leighton on that pass, but she finds the Falcons instead. They're going to take it around to the new side and bring it into the zone. They kind of shield it, find their center in the middle, but that was a bad touch, and it goes behind the net. Chucky goes, and she's in pursuit into the corner. That one's lost at her feet. Falcons pick it up, put it in front of the net, but Smith is there to help her out. We're just really unable to clear the zone, and there's some sloppy play, but by both teams, but in the Falcons' favor until now. Lucy picks it up, loose puck. That goes into the goalie's pads with a nice chance of a rebound, but unable to connect on it. Storm with a couple real scrappy breakaway opportunities, unable to take advantage of, and really got themselves into a good situation outside of a bunch of puck ping pong back in our defensive zone. So we have a little bit of a line change. We have Larson, who puts it towards the net. Good rebound off of the backboards. Backhand pass. That goes into the corner where Tease battles for it. We have Caitlin in the corner and Tease helping out. Looks like the Falcons are going to get away with it, but Tease still gives some noise. And then we have Larson, who's there to also help keep it in. Falcons desperately shovel it out into the neutral zone, but Addie's back checking in order. They're ready to bring it back in. She stick handles a couple times, gets herself into a good forehand shot, but that one goes wide. Goes into the corner where Van Bergen finds herself with the stick, tosses it off to Addie, who finds Avery on the far. She's going to put it forward. That's a good opportunity for a rebound. Shot on goal. Falcons have it in the corner. They try to switch directions. They're going to put it up against the boards, but Storm is all over it, and they also switch the other side. But Larson's there. She's going to take it in. She's going to get a look, but that one's disrupted by Falcon's stick. Cunningham is battling in the corner with Larson and Leighton over to help out. That one goes towards the Falcons' net. Falcons pick it up by a defender. They push it up against the boards. And, that could have been a dangerous pass for the Storm through the middle, but they were unable to connect, and that's going to be an icing call. So we have 1:26 left in the first period, and it is scoreless, but lots of exciting opportunities. So Cowan and Riley. It's a 2v1 in Falcons' favor. They try to take a shot. That goes off of Riley's shin guard. Leighton's there into the corner to help with the deflection and the battle. Cunningham and Leighton are there. Cunningham flings it forward. The Falcons gain possession. They go D to D and switch to the new side. It goes over into the far boards where Gabby's there. She chips it up to herself, but still unsuccessful to clear. Leighton has it. She's going to skate around to the other side. She's got Cunningham up in the corner. Cunningham has it, takes a couple stick handles, looks for Monahan on the other side. Leighton has it. She's going to skate it in with speed, but all of the Falcons are back in the defensive zone as we're in for a little bit of a line change. Avery's up in the that's Zoe up in the central corner. She's able to disrupt it, snag it, and she's probably going to take a shot from the side. She does. That goes off of Lady Falcon. She's able to backhand it towards the goal. Leighton gets a stick on it to get it back behind. It's in the back corner with Wood and Leighton battling for it with 12 seconds left on the clock. It's knocked loose. Zoe comes out for it. Back check by Wood. And that's going to go into our defensive zone, and that will be the end of the first period. A scoreless first period. Okie dokie. Second period about to begin. 12 minutes on the clock. Genevieve in goal. Looks like Addie Cheese will take the face-off, along with Lucy Van Bergen and Caitlin Wright as our wingers, and Gabby Riley on defense. Face-off goes to Wright, who's going to skate it aggressively through the zone and dump it in. Falcons are back to collect it behind the net with some noise. They look for that centering cross, but good read by Wright. She also has it against the boards. Little battle there. Falcons pick it up and are able to skate it into our zone. They take it off towards the near our far boards. And Riley's there to battle with her 1v1. She's able to tie it up and slow it down. Falcons are there. They're outnumbering us against the boards. That shoots loose. Addie's there to pick it up. Ooh, that shoots out in front of the net. Ooh, another rebound opportunity. That one goes wide. That was dangerous. Up against the boards now. It's a 2v1 battle again with Addie right outside, ready to help out, and Lucy also there. That one's shuttled across the near boards. Lucy puts it to Addie. Addie's skating it in with some speed on her backhand. She shovels across. Great cross. Unable to connect with Caitlin. But nice little backhand pass there after skating it in with speed. But here comes the Falcons with a 2v3. They look to cross it, and that one goes into La La Land. And Falcons have it. They're going to shuttle off the boards. Addie's there to collect it. They stop it with their skate, and they're going to skate it back in. It's a 1v3, but she's going to decide to try to take on everyone with a shot. That goes to Genevieve. She sticks it away. That goes to the outside to Riley. It's stuck at feet, and that's going to go back into our zone. Going behind the net, Gabby's there. They try to center it in between the circles, but Addie picks it up. Falcons have it. They're going to skate it back in. 1v2. That goes off of Gabby's stick. Another good rebound opportunity, and they tumble it towards the net. That's spinning on its side, and it goes to the side where Riley has it and tries to put it off the boards. They put it back towards the middle. Falcons have it again. They're going to skate it behind the net. They're looking for someone to pass to. They have some options, and that goes directly to their forward and into Genevieve's pad, who's made like 3 or 4 great pad saves in this shift right now. We got some tired legs out there, really in need of a line change. And Gabby's able to sauce it up and into the Falcons zone, where there will be an icing, and we'll be able to get some new personnel out in the ice. 9:29 left in the second. We have Audrey, Grace, Avery, Zoe, and Ross Wood as our wingers. Leighton takes the face-off. Leighton shovels it outside, and that goes into the referee's skate. It goes around the back. Avery's there to battle, and she's going into the corner. She's able to hold off the Falcon, but she's 2v1. She wins that battle, gets it up to Ross up the far board. She's going to go 1v1, tries to beat her down the boards, but that one's stopped. They have it in the neutral zone. They pass over to the other point. They skate it in. Looks like offsides again, but I guess not. That one's deflected and goes behind the net. Falcons have it against the boards. Ross is battling. That's stuck at the feet. They center it. That goes to Falcons. They're still battling. Avery has it. She's going to take it behind. She hits Wood. It's in the neutral zone. Falcons switch the point of attack. Ross almost picks it off. And they look to switch the point of attack. Unlucky for Falcons, but good for Storm. It hits off the skate and into our zone, where Wood is in pursuit. Audrey's there to help. Wood still has it, battling, trying to get it towards the net. It's on her backhand, trying to get it to her forehand, but they pick it up. The Falcons pick it up. They look for a cross-ice pass, but that's not going to happen. Grace was there, easily picks it off. And it goes around the back of the net into this near corner. Audrey's there to give some disruption. A flying Van Bergen disrupts it as well, but here comes the Lady Falcons. They're going to get a shot off towards Genevieve, who easily glove saves it. 7:59 left in the second period. Still a 0-0 game. So we have Tease, Van Bergen right, and Chucky Smith on defense. Genevieve in goal. Lucy's going to bring it up. She's stick handling. That was another offsides that he's totally just waved off. He's like, "You're cute. You can get away with it." Wright dumps it in. She's also going to give chase. Falcons are going to be the first one there, and they sauce it up. That goes just underneath Smith's stick. They're saying no icing, that she tipped it. Chucky's going to pick it up behind the net. She flings it over to the other side, almost to the Falcons forward, who was just unable to handle it, fortunate for us. Their defender flings it towards the boards. We try to clear it. That's deflected up in the air, and it looks like Caitlin was trying to hit Wood on a break. Van Bergen has it. She tries to give it a nice little pass over to Tease, which went into her skate. Falcons pick it up behind the net. They skate it around. They look for a pass all the way up the middle. They were going on a line change and almost hit their forward off of a line change that would have snuck right behind us. It went straight to Genevieve, and she was able to smother it. All right, Leighton on the face-off with, looks like, Monahan Cunningham and Gabby Riley. Oof, that was a shot. That went off of Gabby's skate, and luckily straight to Genevieve, who was ready for it. She was able to block it with her stick, smother it, and we have another face-off down in our defensive zone. Leighton has it. She's able to win it over to Monahan, who's skating it up out of our defensive zone. She puts it up and tumbles it into their defensive zone, which is going to be an icing. So we're just going to take it back and do a do-over. 6:26 left in the second period. All right, Leighton has it. The Falcons are able to get it out to their D-man. They load up for a nice shot, and they try to deflect it, but it gets stopped instead. Monahan has it. That is banked off and able to stay in the defensive zone. Gabby collects it behind the net. Looks like she's going to take it around, but she switches sides. That goes directly to their forward, and it looks like to their D-man, who was going to step up, but they decided not to, which Leighton took advantage of and rushed the puck. She has it, centering cross, that goes off the goal. Monahan's battling for it. We're just unable to keep it in. Gabby keeps it in at the blue line. Monahan unable to fully collect it, and that goes back to the other side where Riley is going to pick it up, bank it off the boards to Ross, and we're on a quick little counterattack maybe. That's tied up by the the Falcons. They bring it into our offensive zone. They try to center it, but Cowan's there. And here we go with a nice little break for Addie. She's got some speed. She dinks around. Great save by Falcons, but she still has possession. She circles back around. She was looking for Bushhouse, but little too light of a pass. She still has possession of it. Nice cross-ice pass to Larson. We'll see if she's able to. She's got some trouble, but she has some time still. Great shot, deflection. Ross is there, unable to connect on it. That comes back around, and they're on a little bit of a break, but Larson's there to disrupt, and Avery was there to back her up. She's got some time. She bought some. They're going D to D, and they're going to try the new side. Great pass, great look to Wood, but that's going to result into some icing. Hey, good idea. Good movement. Keep it up. 4:41 left in the second. It's 0-0. We have Addie Tees at the face-off. And Wood Ross as the wingers. Avery and Grace on defense. Avery gives it to Wood, who passes it to Addie, who takes it into the zone. Oh, she's got some time. Oh, great shovel pass to Ross. Goalie's pad was there, though, to stop it. Grace has it. She's bringing it all the way around. Avery's asking for it. She gives it to Avery. Avery puts it towards the goal. That one's deflected. That's weird, and it's up and around. Zoe puts it back in. That's in front of the net. And they're able to clear it for what looks to be an icing, but a good relief of pressure for the Falcons, as that was some good offensive output by the Storm. That puck's going to come all the way back into their offensive zone. I'm going to get a sip of my beverage. So those are a lot of words. And we'll have a face-off. Leighton takes it. That shoots back out to Chucky. Chucky's in pursuit. She turns around. She puts it back up the boards to right. That sinks past her stick, but Wood's there to back her up. Falcons have it in the neutral zone. They find their forward, who puts it towards their other forward. They're coming in towards Genevieve. That's a weird little tumbler that she's able to just scooch to the side. Chucky puts it up to right to the center. Van Bergen almost able to put that on the end of her stick. That's an offsides. So we're rolling with the same lines. We have Chucky Smith in the back. Van Bergen right, who's battling on the boards right now with Leighton as center. They toss that up. That's going to go back and around the boards where Smith is in pursuit. Van Bergen's there to help her out against those near boards, and Leighton's going to skate away with it. She's got right way on the other side, wide open. Let's see if she can make it. Leighton has it in the corner. She looks across it. Oh, backhanded tip, and the goalie is there to smother it up. Nice effort with the cross there by Leighton, and good effort by Wright to get any stick on it, because she was getting some physical activity by the Falcon defense. Face off, Leighton puts it towards the Falcons' territory. Falcons take it up back. They're skating it up towards the middle into the neutral zone. They have a bunch of Storm players there, but no one's really pursuing. Leighton finally steps up. They put it up back behind our net to the other side. Ooh, Falcons look to pick it up, but they overskate it, and that's good counterattack opportunity. Van Bergen picks it up. It's a 1v1 towards the goal. She goes to shoot it. That one's deflected by a stick. Leighton's behind the net. That one bounces towards the middle, and no one's there to accept it. Riley has it. She's going to try to keep it in, and now we have a 2v2 coming back towards our goal. They sauce it really hard against the backboards. That goes to the other side. Falcons pick it up. They were looking for their D-man, but they just found our players. Tease picks it up again. She's going to skate in with some speed and some company from the other team, and that goes around to the boards on the other side. Cunningham's there to pursue aggressively, and they put it up against the boards. They're going to be able to tip it out into the neutral zone. Almost able to get away with that one, but we were able to tie him up enough in order to not have the opportunity. A little stick-on-stick action, but Storm's able to get it into the neutral zone. And it looks like Cunningham's coming towards the goal. Good little shot, and that's a glove save for the Falcon goalie. There's 1:44 left in the second. It is still tied 0-0. So Grace and Avery on defense, Cunningham, Monahan on offense, and Addie Tees with the face-off. Genevieve in goal. So Tees with the face-off. She shoots it back to Grace. Grace has it. She stick handles, puts it up the boards to Cunningham. She's able to maybe collect it. It gets tied up, but Falcons actually come away with it. They put it against the boards. Avery's able to keep it in, dump it back in. They have it. Avery's able to keep it up, but she's got some noise that she had to get through. Falcons just shovel it towards the back. Addie, good back check. She's already there to pick it up behind the net and carry it around with some speed. She sees a path, and she's going to take it aggressively. Everyone out of her way. She keeps going. She's got some friends up in front of the net. Oh, great pass to Cunningham. She got her stick on it, but unable to really get it towards the right direction. And they're able to put it up against the boards with a good counterattack opportunity. It's a 1v1. Avery's back there. Addie's back checking. Lots of noise. They're able to get it towards Genevieve, but she sticks it away easily. And Avery has it, and she's got some speed and some space that she's going to take back in the other direction. She's basically 1v1. She does a couple stick handles. Oh, that one takes a little chip off of a skate and is deflected. Avery has it again. She's able to put it up. Offsides. Diving Storm player. He called offsides. That's the one that he's going to call. He was like missed so many, but that's the one he's going to call. Yeah. Literally missed like 5 offsides, but he's calling the one where our players' feet are like in the air going over the boards. I digress. All right. Smith, Chucky in the back. Good breakouts for the Falcons. Chucky's able to disrupt, slow him down, and they dump it in. Audrey's in the back to help pick it up behind the net. She has some company. There's 7 seconds left on the clock. We just need to hold it with no drama. But that goes back to the Falcons D. They dump it in, and that's the end of the second period. Score is 0-0. Another tie right now as we go into the final 12 minutes of the game. All I didn't notice if the first one was stop clock and then we do a running 15. I don't know. So the first 2 periods were 12 minutes and this one's 15. So we'll see if this is like a run clock, a stop clock, or if I just need some sleep. Okay. So Falcons have it. Zoe's in pursuit. Good tie up by Zoe. Riley's there to back her up and they push it back into the Falcons zone. Addie's able to knock that off of her skate and keep it in the neutral zone, but eventually goes back to Gabby, who's going to take it up and behind the net. She flings it off the boards to Ross, who receives it. She kind of stops it, and she's tied up against the boards, but she's able to put it off. That's not going to be enough to be like a shot on goal, so that's just going to be icing, and it's going to come back. It is a stop clock. Interesting. All right. All right, Avery Grace on defense. Looks like we have Van Bergen on offense, along with Leighton as center. Falcons have it. That goes off their own player to right, but just between her legs. Falcons are able to bring it back up, but Larson's there, who switches to the other side, finds Van Bergen. She's going to bring it into the zone. She leaves that behind for Leighton, who picks it up, and that goes back and forth to the Falcons. Avery finds a pass to Leighton in the middle, but Falcons come away with it. Avery disrupts it as they try to bring it into the zone. And it looks like Caton's going to do the same. That one's tossed up, held up at the blue line. Everyone's there. It's a big party. Falcons come away with it. Van Bergen back checks, and she's in the right position. But a spinning puck. Falcons try to put it towards the net, but that just goes into a player. Avery shovels it to the side, and that's leaving out at the blue line. That goes to the Falcons at the top of the crease. Grace has it, unable to keep it on her stick, tied up at the side. Grace is like, enough of that, and she flings it over to the other side, but the Falcons have it. They put it towards Genevieve, who's able to easily stop it and cover it. Lots of good action and ideas. Just unable to fully execute and get going. So, Addie Cunningham Monahan, along with Chucky Smith, are out there. Monahan comes away with it. A couple stick handles. She's taking it into the zone. She looks to toss it in. Falcons are in the corner. But Cunningham's there to tie him up and give some help. Monahan's battling, and they're able to backhand pass to their center. It's going to be a good opportunity, but Smith is there to back it up. That goes behind the net, and Addie Tees is picking it up with some speed. She sees a path, and she's going to go. Gets to her forehand through traffic. Falcons lose a stick, and that just kind of sadly shuffles its way to the very happy Falcons goalie. Good little counterattack effort. Unable to truly connect into an opportunity. We have Leighton Ross Wood, Gabby, and Riley back on defense. Falcons have it behind the net. They're trying to figure out which way to go because Storm is on both sides. Wood's on one side battling. Ross is right there. Somehow Falcons are able to get it. They try to switch to the new side, but Gabby's there, and she flings it back up towards Ross, up to the near boards. Falcons have it, and that's chipped on back. Riley steps up, so that's not a counterattack opportunity, and puts it back into the zone. It's coming back towards the boards, but that went off weird into the corner and came back out where Gabby picked it up, put it towards the net, and that came back for icing. We're going to keep the same line as we have a face-off in our offensive zone. Leighton's going to take it with Ross Wood on offense and Gabby Riley on defense. Genevieve is in goal, 11:42 left in the third period, 0-0. Falcons get it. They have someone pursuing with speed to Riley. Riley backhands it to Cowan, but that goes off of Falcons' skate, and Leighton picks it up almost for a counterattack, but that goes off of Falcons' skate. Backhand from Ross to Leighton. That ping-pongs back and forth in neutral zone, and Riley is able to put it up the boards, and that's going to go around the yellow to behind the net to the other side. They're able to break out, and a nice cross-ice pass by the Falcons. They find their center. Both of our defenders are there with Grace and Avery. That one gets escorted to the side. Avery's there. She's able to break loose almost. That one gets cut up by her feet. Falcons have it. They try centering cross, but Leighton and Riley are there. Another centering cross. They're able to take it out to the blue line and put it back in. Falcons still have possession. They find a forward. Not a very good shot that goes just wide, but they still keep possession. Their forward has it. They're looking to cross it. She has a lot of time with Riley in pursuit. Oh, deflected shot. And they were able to get a backhand opportunity, but unable to make anything of it. Leighton has it. She tries to pass it out, but that kind of slides off her stick. And again, some ping pong back and forth, and just not really great execution by either sides. Good little spin, and we got some speed coming out and a little bit of energy on this counterattack. This is Wood taking it into the zone. She takes it up against the boards. That goes to Ross, and that was almost, it was deflected. Mark calls to Ross for a line change. Addie's down on the ground battling for it behind the net. Falcons come away with it. They're coming into the neutral zone. They bank it off the boards. Larson's there. They bank it around Larson, but Avery's there to pick it up. It's on the side. She's got some time. She needs to settle it, look up, and she does. She banks it off the boards, and it looks like we're able to break out. Addie Tees sends it along to Wright. Wright's going to go and do some work into the corner with two Falcons there to join her. She's got Larson behind her and Tees there to help. Tees steps in and takes over with Wright there to battle. And that one slips through everyone, and kind of a good opportunity for the Falcons. Avery is there. She's able to poke check it away. That goes to the outside. They're able to center it. Weird opportunity where it was deflected and just tumbles up and over. And it's a little bit of physical activity in which Storm won, and there were no calls with Larson and someone else. Wright's in pursuit into the offensive zone. Leighton picks it up and disrupts in the neutral zone. It's still on her stick, and she's going to dump it in and then go to work down in the corner. Falcons pick it up behind the net. They sling it around to the side, but Smith is there. She puts it towards the net. That one slowed down and kind of deflected, and the Falcons goalie is able to cover it. Woo! Lots of words. It is 8:18 left in the third, 0-0. Leighton with the face-off. Cunningham, Monahan. That one goes up and over the net, off of the glass. That one goes into the center. Anyone's puck, and it comes out of the zone. They don't call offsides because that's not the game that we're playing today. And Leighton takes it into the corner under her possession and scoots that towards the net. It's loose. He calls it dead, but it's just not. Clearly not dead. Unless he's calling a penalty on someone. No penalty, just calls it dead, even though Leighton's cross went off the side of the net and clearly loose, but whatever the referees are on, I want a little bit of that. Okay, so off of the face-off, that one shuffles directly towards the goalie's 5-hole, and she's able to squeeze her pads tight and keep that from going in. All right, so changing up the defensive lines. Riley Gabby are out there along with Leighton, Cunningham, Monahan. That one goes into the corner. Cunningham loses her stick. Leighton goes to help out, but that's going to go to Gabby. Gabby's going to push it across to the new side. Monahan loses an edge, and the Falcons come clean with it. But Monahan's able to disrupt enough, and that one ends up on her stick. She's trying to gain possession, but Falcons take it over in the back. Cunningham is there to give support. Good back check and line change by Addie Tees, who is able to just slow everything down and say, hey, hold up a moment. But Falcons come away with it. They're going to get a shot against Genevieve, and she just handles that like nobody's business. Face off in the Storm defensive zone, Gabby Riley, and we have Addie Tees at face off, Wright and Van Bergen on the forward lines. Tees takes it, it's deflected to the side, Gabby steps up, that goes to Van Bergen. She's battling against the boards, that's pushed back. Falcons have it, good centering pass. Oh, straight shot on Genevieve, and that goes straight into her chest. Great stop, great opportunity for the Falcons. We're going to change up the D. Looks like we have Avery Grace back there, along with Tees Van Bergen. They go for another shot. Avery cuts off the pass, and they take the low percentage shot, which Genevieve already has covered. Another face-off. Tees has it. Van Bergen right. Grace and Avery on defense. Oh, net came off for just for a little sec. They're gonna fix it. All right. 6:54 left in the third. Tees at the face-off. That one goes to the outside. Van Bergen picks it up, but she's tied up. Looked like a little interference. They go for a shot, but Wright lifts the stick, and then she comes away with it. Good little dump and deflection in our favor, and that goes to Tees, who's going to chase it. They try to take it out, but Wright's there to take over. She goes into the corner, looks for centering cross. Van Bergen's there. Oh, what a great opportunity. That one just slips past her stick and deflected wide. Another centering cross. That puck's tumbling around to the side of the net, and that goes back to their defender. They are able to hit their forward, and they're able to hit their center. But Grace is there to slow her down. It's a tie up in the neutral zone, and that goes back to the Falcons defense. Tees slows it up a little bit in the neutral zone, but they're able to bring it in, but no one's really able to get a good stick on it. Van Bergen brings it up and back into the neutral zone out of our D. They find their centers. Grace steps up to disrupt that just enough, but they have a good opportunity. Oh, and Grace is able to get a body on her and disrupt that. Avery outlet pass to Van Bergen, and almost a counterattack opportunity off of a line change for the Falcons. Looks like Chucky's in, and she puts it up to Zoe, who has some good wheels and in hot pursuit of the Falcons, who also have some speed. They put it up the boards, and that's probably going to be a call. So Zoe's going to go to the box for $1.50, and we are going to be on a penalty kill with 5:21 left in the third. Tie game 0-0. Looks like Mark's going to call a timeout. I think he called a timeout so he can talk about it. The Storm did tie Madison this morning. That was a pretty good back and forth game, but collectively not as fast. Our legs just weren't moving as fast as they are right now. So with that tie this morning, we would prefer to be on the positive side of a tie for this evening's game. Storm will play tomorrow at 2 p.m., so be sure to tune in and watch the girls battle hard tomorrow afternoon. And then in the evening, girls are going to go to a restaurant and go have a nice team dinner together. So the last time these two teams played was in Independence for the Kansas City Invitational Tournament. It was the semifinal of the tournament. That one ended in a tie, which then went to an overtime and then a shootout where Storm ended up advantageous. So these teams have matched up well together. That one is face-off one. Falcons put it back. That goes off Avery's skate. She's able to chip it up to Addie. Addie brings it in. She's got on her forehand. She wrists it. Oh! Couldn't quite get the trajectory of that because it was deflected. That was a rainbow tumbler that just landed in the goalie's glove. Well, that could have been very dangerous. 1:15 left on the penalty, 5:05 left in the game. And this is a stop clock, so it's not like if we just tra-la-la in between like face-offs, that does us any favors. Falcons are going to take it behind the net. They switch it and find some open ice on the other side. Larson's there waiting. Good back check by Lucy Van Bergen coming from the other side. She has her hustle pants on. That goes to Larson, who's able to chip it up. It's deflected off the ice, and that's on its side tumbling. They're able to settle it. They switch the point of attack. That goes to their D. They switch it back to the other side. Good pickoff by Van Bergen again. It's 1v2. She's going to go to battle in the corner, maybe kill some time. There's 33 seconds left on this power play, or penalty kill, sorry. Falcons are able to come away with it. They chip it up the boards. Larson is there. She flings it back in, and that's going to take a trip around the yellow tape all the way to the other side with 18 seconds left on the penalty kill. They find their forward, and it's a 2v2 coming back. Avery's there. She's going to give some pressure, and they put it all the way up and wide across over the net. That one clears to the other side. Addie Tees is in pursuit. Falcons have it. They chip it off the boards. That goes to Larson. Larson has some time. She looks, but finds the Falcons instead. She's able to pick it up, and she finds Wood on the other side. Avery has it. She's going to take some time. She looks for Wright on the other side. Woo! Falcons lose an edge. Caitlin tumbles right over her, but everyone looks okay, and they're able to put that on Genevieve, who's easily deflects it away. Avery deflects it and is able to get it up to Wood on the other side. And good step up by Riley, keeping that puck in the neutral zone. Audrey's in the back. She chips it off the boards. Wright is there, and so is Riley. She takes a look. She's going to skate it herself because she has some time. Finds the stick. Wright has it up against the boards, but there's two Falcons players there. It's kind of a mishmash underneath. That shot pops out back to Riley. Riley tries to put it back where it came from, but we have open ice on the other side where Leighton picks it up, and she's going to walk it in a little bit. Good shot, but that one goes right to the goalie's numbers, and she's able to save that one. 2:44 left in the third period. All right, Cunningham, Monahan, Leighton, Gabby, and Riley on defense, and Genevieve in nets. Oh, that's ping-ponging back and forth, kind of in front of the net. They're able to shoot it wide and find their center or their forward. Monahan turns it around. Oh, good little play. She's stick handles once, twice. She sauces it just wide of the near post. That goes to the other side. Goes back around the net. Monahan picks it up again. Looks for a centering pass. That's the Leighton stick. That's off a pad. They have it again. Centering cross. Goal! Let's go! Leighton. Good relentless work by all of the line. The girls just keeping it in, and finally in the right place at the right time. And that one deflects in off of Leighton's stick. 2:11 left in the third period. Storm is up 1-0. Okay. Tees with the face-off. Ross Wood. Wood comes away with it. Goes to Ross. We have Grace and Avery on defense. Ross is able to put one into the goalie, who covers it up, and we'll have a face-off in the Falcons defensive zone. Tees with the face-off. Grace and Avery in the back. Tease gets it, chips it up towards the Falcons. They're gonna take some time. Goes around the other side. Falcons have it. They look to switch the ice, and Grace is hustling. She's in pursuit. Good physical battle, using everything. They're able to center it. Avery has it, and she's able to clear it out right to Wood's stick. It's 2v1. Wood, oh, that's got to be a penalty, but I guess it's not. Wood was knocked down in pursuit of the puck, which she had possession of. That one tumbles into the front. There's a lot of traffic there. Ross is able to disrupt. That's on her stick. She gets it to the forehand, fans it a little bit, and here come the Falcons on a break. It's like a 2v1. Avery's able to deflect the shot. Zoe picks it up off of a good back check and shoots that. That's going to go under their stick and into the neutral zone with 1 minute left to play. Falcons look to reload. They find their forward at the top of the blue line. They go once, they go twice, they go to Genevieve. That goes off her blocker, and that goes to Van Bergen's stick, and she's able to put it down the boards where she's going to go chase it and probably get there in time and hopefully just hold it. She goes for a centering cross. Oh, yes! Pretty. Centering cross right to, I think, Van Bergen. Or Van Bergen's centering cross to Wood, who just slams it home. Falcons are not happy about that one. There's sticks flying, slamming sticks. I mean, they let that back door open, and we came in and stole the turkey. So 41 seconds left, 2 quick goals, and Storm find themselves a 2-0 lead. Leighton with the face-off. She's able to muscle them around. The Falcons chip it forward, but that's in the corner. Looks like Smith is going to have it. She chips it up to Wright, and Wright, passes it up to Leighton. That just sneaks back her stick, but Wood's over on the other side, or Van Bergen, sorry. It's on the other side. Leighton has it in the corner. There's 14 seconds left. She's probably just going to burn some clock. She looks for a centering cross, and that one's deflected and goes straight to Falcons for a 2v2 opportunity, but they decided to take a shot at the blue line, and that goes wide and behind the nets, and that is game. Good grind by the Storm for a 2-0 victory. We will see you guys tomorrow at 2. Storm is 1 tie and 1 win on the day. We will call that an undefeated day and go celebrate back at the hotel. Thank you for watching.